Welcome back. This is episode 3 of me organising and showing off my issue collection of comics. So yeah, I'm going to keep going. If you guys want to keep watching, thank you so much for those who are still watching. First up, I have Berserker 4. This was a foil variant. I think this was the first one I got from Raygun Comics in London, delivered to me. Again, shout out to Raygun Comics, who my friend, one of my best friends works at. I don't know who drew this, but it's the foil variant. It's really nice. It was nice and sellotaped up for me, but it was the only one I got, so I had to undo the sellotape. But yeah, so this was from Raygun, Berserker 4. Still a good series. And then I have the first issue of Cherry Blackbird. And it says 18 plus mature content, because in like the first couple of pages, you will see why I'm not going to show them, but yeah. It was quite cool. I like the character of Cherry Blackbird herself, and then all her other characters like the devil guy. The pages are all printed really nice. It's a really nice, it's a well printed series. But yeah, it's definitely 18 plus. It's pretty good though. I do like it. It's quite cool. Okay, next I have DC Horror Presents The Conjuring, The Lover. I thought that was a cool cover. I think this was near the time where the new Conjuring film was coming out. The Devil Made Me Do It. I think that's what it was called. Yeah, DC, they do a horror series of things every now and then. It's got Rick and Morty back. Alright, so I have the first issue of Time Before Time, published by Image Comics. I thought the premise, the concept was interesting. Reading it, it's like people who have a time machine, they like try to get rid of their old lives because they hated their jobs, something like that. The art was really basic for me. I didn't love the art particularly. I didn't hate it. It's nice and simplistic, but it just wasn't really for me. And the plot didn't really hook me in. So yeah, that's Time Before Time. Then I have issue 28 of Catwoman. This variant cover, I'm pretty sure it looks like Jenny Frison. I like her covers. Her covers of Catwoman are pretty cool. I think issue 28 was like a special one because it was like a new arc. Oh, written by Ram V, who does some good stuff. Yeah, Catwoman I'm a bit on and off with. I like the character, but her series, I don't think they're written by anyone that's like really special to me. So I don't really read Catwoman that much. I have this one issue, oh Jesus, this is heavy, of Spawn's Universe. I think this is just a one-time thing to set up Todd McFarlane's continuation of his Spawn series. This is a really hefty issue. I don't know how obvious it is to see by the thickness of that, but I thought this cover was really cool. Is it Eddie Campbell? Yeah, Eddie Campbell. Really cool issue. I don't read Spawn, nor did I read this because it's too thick. I couldn't be bothered. But yeah, I just got it because it's a nice old issue, and it reminds me of Jim Lee, who I think did some Spawn stuff, but I don't know. Next up, I have issue 1 of The Lot by Marguerite Bennett, drawn by Renato Guedes. Oh, I like it has a little shimmer on the cover. There, see the light goes through her a bit there. So that's the cover. It was published by Bad Idea, but yeah, I saw the cover. I read the plot, the blurb, whatever. Thought, let's give it a go. It's like some anthology series of Hollywood sets that are all messed up and stuff. And I don't know, it was fine. Didn't hook me, so I haven't read any more. But yeah, that's it. That's issue 1 of The Lot. And I have this issue of Far Cry. This is when Far Cry 6 either had just come out, was coming out, or had been out for a bit. So they, I don't know. I can't remember when. But yeah, Dark Horse doing some sort of Far Cry series. And I like Vaas. I like the character of Vaas. So I got it, read it, and didn't dig it. Didn't get the rest. So it was like one issue each for Gustavo Fring's character. From Far Cry 6, which I have played, I just can't remember his name, telling his son about all the other famous Far Cry villains. I do actually have issue 2 of Infinite Frontier. Maybe I have the third one, maybe I have all of them, but like, I'm saying this because I don't really remember much of this series. It didn't stand out to me. I think it's important in a way, but it was issue 0 of Infinite Frontier that was most important for the continuation of everything else in DC at the time. Alright, so next up is, it's the first issue of Suicide Squad Get Joker, which is a series that I've really enjoyed. I've got books. They're called books rather than issues. 1 and 2, I think it's because they're printed in the much wider wider format. But like the issue with the wider format is that the box that I have that stores these comics is supposed to fit issues of regular issue size. So prepare to cringe if you're a major comic fanatic, OCD, whatever, because like it's the only real storage that I have, and it's because of this size that it's just bent, and so every comic that I have of this format is bent a bit, which really sucks. But basically, whatever. Moving on. Suicide Squad Get Joker is a really cool series that I've really enjoyed so far. I've got books 1 and 2. I don't know how many issues there were. I think it was just 3. But I never got the third one. I ordered it. I'm pretty sure I pre-ordered it. And then it was delayed. And then it was delayed. And then it was delayed. And then when it was actually set to release, my issue didn't come to me. And then Forbidden Planet never restocked it. But I got this one, which was... I'm pretty sure it's the George Fornes cover. So I like the cover, it looks really cool. This is the second issue book, as it says there. It says book 2 rather than issue 2. It's another variant cover. I'm pretty sure it's also George or Jorge Fornes. They're written by Brian Azzarello, who I've already said I like everything he's written that I've read, I've enjoyed. So yeah, so Suicide Squad Get Joker is really cool. It's a good series. Just a shame that I haven't finished it. Next up, I have the first issue of The Me You Love in the Dark. I think I got the second and maybe third issue of this. It's written by Scotty Young, drawn by George Corona. Yeah, I mean, it's a fine story. As I say, I didn't keep reading because I didn't love it. I didn't want to keep reading it, but it's fine. Here's the third issue, or book, I don't know why they changed their mind, of The Nice House on the Lake. As I've said before in the first or second episode of this series, I like that series. It was good, written by James Tynion, who I like. But I didn't want to keep reading it, just... I don't know. Here's issue 5 of Harley Quinn. I don't know where the other issues are. But yeah, it's kind of cool. It's got Hugo Strange in the Batman suit. Don't remember why. Cheers. Next up I have issue 2 of Batman Reptilian. I'm pretty sure this is just the cover A by Liam Sharp. I'm pretty sure. And again, as I say, the back of these have got like a really cool quote from each issue. And yeah, nothing else to say. Really great issue. Garth Ennis. Need I say more? I think I'm just going to get this next issue out of the way because it's been set here for a long time. It's a really cool comic by, it says here, Ji Hyung Lee. It's a Marvel thing, but because it's Marvel and because it's a variant cover that was expensive that I didn't want to open, I have not read it. Nor do I plan to, but it's Women of Marvel, and it's this cover. Is that Scarlet Witch? It looks a lot like Scarlet Witch. She just looks kind of different, but it's a really, really clean, slick cover, and it's really, really cool. So I've got that. I love the hands, and I love the suit. It's a nice old cover. And next, again, is Emilia Clarke's series of Mother of Madness, or Mom, which is weird, seeing as she's British, she wouldn't say Mom. But because it's Mother of Madness, I guess it makes sense, and it might appeal more to an American audience. The back is cool because it's just the back of the head of the front, which is nice. I saw the cover, I thought that's cool. I saw that it was written by Emilia Clarke. I was like, that's cool. So it was Image Comics. I was like, Image Comics do a lot of good stuff. And then I saw the thickness when it arrived. I saw the thickness. I was like, okay. And then as I was reading it, I was continuing to feel the thickness. And I never finished this first issue, and since then I never read another issue. So sorry, Emilia Clarke. I know you're watching this and feeling so distraught. Okay, here we are, back to superiority. I have issue 3. Is this issue 3? I've got 2 more issues basically of Geiger. As I've said before, one of my favourite series by Jeff Johns and Gary Frank. Yeah. This was July the 4th. Hey! This is second printing. It's a really cool cover. And this doesn't say it's second printing. Another really cool cover. Okay, so that's 3rd of July because it's second printing. This is 4th of July. My birthday. First printing. So, yeah, I think these are 3 and 4. I think. Hopefully. But yeah, nothing more to say. Love Jeff Johns. Love this series. Please read Geiger if you haven't. Love it, dude. It's so good. Next up, I have Batman 111. It's the variant cover by someone. But it's to promote The Suicide Squad by James Gunn, which was actually a good film. Harley Quinn looks really, or Margot Robbie looks really odd, but it's got her likeness. It looks like Lucio Perillo, but I don't think it is. And this was part of the Fear State arc. Oh, yeah, Lucio Perillo, Suicide Squad variant cover. I was right, Lucio Perillo. Sweet. Lucio Perillo does a lot of like the variant covers, or no, just the covers of lots of Dynamite Entertainment comics, which I haven't shown you yet because they haven't even popped up yet. But I do have a lot of Dynamite stuff. Lucio Perillo will be up there somewhere. And here's issue, I believe, 5 of Geiger by Jeff Johns. Another sick cover. I love the colours, the skeletal stuff, and just the the signature, as it seems, chessboard at the top, checkerboard, whatever. What I've got here in front of me is a bunch of bagged and boarded comics that I own, but they're technically not mine because they're my brother's. My brother used to, well, still does actually, do Loot Crate. So it's just a bunch of comics that he's received from there. So I haven't opened any of them, so I don't know if they're going to be worth something. But yeah, it's some cool issues that I will probably read one day. Scott Snyder, Capullo, New 52 Batman, Endgame. I have to read that. Here's some Harley Quinn. It looks like Amanda Connor. Yeah, it is Amanda Connor. Nice. Let's issue. Oh, it's a one-shot. Okay, interesting. Right, cool. Then here's 4001 AD. Oh, it's Matt Kint, as I talked about earlier, who wrote Berserker with Keanu, young Keanu. Here's a Justice League of America issue. It's a really nice, old-looking cover. And yeah, I'm sort of looking at these because I haven't looked at them much because I don't really own them. And there's some sort of certificate of authenticity. So yeah, this one probably is worth quite a lot. And the bag seems to be intact, so that's nice. This one is not intact. Yikes, that is bad. But it's got another DC certificate of authenticity. It's Action Comics. It looks like the first one with Superman, and then it's thick. Christ alive, it's thick. It's also got this one I got. I'm pretty sure it was me that got this. Yeah, that's why the bag's ripped up because I put it in here. Christ. So this is basically the first issue that I ever got, but it was from Loot Crate, so I don't know if that counts. But it was a Batman Arkham City. It was an issue written to do with that game, so it's just a bunch of backstory to a bunch of villains that you see in that. It's a fairly good issue, but yeah, it's a nice old cover, and yeah, I need to put that in a nice old bag. So yeah, those are my brother's comics. You might not even know that I have them in here, but that's where they are. Okay, this is going to be, I think, the final one of episode 3. It's the first issue of Primordial, published by Image Comics, written by Jeff Lemire. I think it interested me. This cover, it gives me lots of 12 Monkeys vibes. If you watch 12 Monkeys with Bruce Willis, it just feels like that. It's about monkeys going into space. Oh, a dog going into space and then disappearing into some void, like parallel universe thing. I don't know. That sounds interesting, but I don't know. I didn't like the first issue, and I couldn't be bothered to get another one. So yeah, Primordial. It's a nice old cover, and that's about it. That's the end of episode 3. I think I'm losing track of time. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you are still watching this, I really appreciate you. This is my passion at the moment. But yeah, if you want to continue watching to the next episode, thank you so much. I will see you there. Cheers.